How much is Jim Harbaugh worth? I mean, really, when we look at the 2024 LA Chargers, that's the number one question to answer. Brandon Staley didn't do the Chargers any favor. And look, I'm not one of these guys who's going to throw dirt on Staley's grave as an NFL head coach. I like a coach who's aggressive. And even though over and over again the Chargers failed with Staley trying to be aggressive, we can't rip coaches when they're too timid and then rip them when they're too aggressive. I was a Staley fan, even though everything he seemed to do in LA failed. He crashed and burned. It is what it is. And now Harbaugh's in charge. And Harbaugh, certainly a coach with a proven track record dating back to his tenure at San Diego with the Toreros as their head coach, before he moved to Stanford, before he moved to the 49ers, before he moved to Michigan, before he moved here back to LA or down to LA or the San Diego area. So certainly from a coaching standpoint, from an organizational standpoint, it's a positive for the Chargers, bringing in a guy like Harbaugh, who is a proven winner. Of course, his team been all over the map last 5 years. 5 wins, 7 wins, 9 wins, 10 wins, and 5 wins again. They had Justin Herbert on a rookie deal, an elite quarterback on a rookie deal, exactly what the Chargers had, or the Chiefs had with Mahomes. The difference is that the Chiefs built a championship team around Mahomes, and the Chargers, well, they had one playoff season in the last 5 years with Herbert on the cheap deal. And we remember that playoff game, too, is when they blew, a 4-touchdown lead in Jacksonville to lose to the Jaguars. So that's what they were able to do. Now, Harbaugh's 60 years old already, all right? He's no spring chicken. Does he have one more rebuild in? He brought in Greg Roman, the offense coordinator from Michigan. The guy who was coaching in Baltimore for many years. But Harbaugh got there, and he walked into a situation with salary cap. Nightmare. I mean, it was a nightmare. Major salary cap problems that impacted their free agency. You know, Herbert, 20-7 touchdown to interception ratio last year. He did miss 4 games with a broken finger, but he's been really good. A couple of new running backs in Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins. A lot of Baltimore here. The new GM, Joe Hortis from Baltimore. He's was in the front office in Baltimore for 26 years. Edwards and Dobbins out there, fine backs. Wide receivers are a problem for the Chargers this year. They let Mike Williams and Keenan Allen go. Quentin Johnson did not live up to expectations thus far in his career. Is he a number one? Is Josh Palmer number one? Is DJ Chark a number one? The second rounder, Ladd McConkey, is the only one that I've heard good stuff about in the mini camps and that, where Herbert supposedly has good chemistry with McConkey, the second rounder out of Georgia, in the slot. But Harbaugh said, what does he want to do? Ground and pound. He wants to run the football. And, of course, it starts with the number 1 pick, Joe Alt. They signed free agent center Bradley Bozeman, Zion Johnson at guard, Rashard Slater at left tackle. If the offensive line lives up to expectations, they put a lot of energy, resources, and money into the offensive line. That's Harbaugh's MO. That's Greg Roman's MO. And if this team is able to live up to the expectations they have on the offside of the football, we know what they want to do. It's not let's pass 60 times a game. It's let's pass 20 or 25 times a game and pound the football on the ground. They, in theory, have an offensive line that may be able to do that, even with the question marks at wide receiver. I'll talk about the Chargers defense in just a minute. First, I want to let you guys know. God, look, I'm going to promo a little bit. I deserve to promo a little bit. I'm doing 32 NFL team videos for you guys. They're all absolutely free. You can watch them all on the Wager Talk YouTube channel. And when you're done with this one, again, they're all there. Just click, click, click. You can watch NFL team previews in early July. And the reason I put them up this early is because I like to do my NFL work as early as I can, because the markets move on the NFL. That's why my NFL Season 1 report has been posted already. At least part 1 of that report is out. 5 selections, including a top-rated 5% big ticket play for the NFL Season 1 report. I've been doing that report since 2001. 100 wins, 50 losses, 3 pushes, 67% over a significant sample size. The 5% big tickets, 16 wins, 4 losses, 80% during that span. If you want to take advantage of that report, it's up and available right now. WagerTalk.com. Visit my page, wt.buzz/TC, and take $20 off. Hey, why not? $20, it's easy. Just use promo code REPORT20 at checkout. Take $20 off that season win report. But we do this in early July. The markets are going to start to move. All right. Post All-Star break, the NFL markets don't sleep anymore. So if you want to take advantage of numbers that aren't going to be there a month from now, now's your opportunity. And of course, all the early NFL work allows me to do these early NFL videos. I know you guys appreciate it once it gets, again, All-Star break comes and everybody's jonesing for football. Me as much as anybody. But all 32 team previews are available. If you like this content, click the like. We appreciate it very, very much. It makes all the difference. More than 160,000 of you subscribe to the Wager Talk YouTube channel. You can do that as well. And of course, leave your comments below. I'll be back throughout the summer months to reply, answer questions, agree, disagree, knock yourself out. I look forward to engaging in the comments. Now let's talk about this Chargers defense. The offense is question marks, all right? If the line lives up to expectations, if the receiving core can be decent, if they can learn the new offense. Defense is interesting. We like the coordinator, new DC, Jesse Minter. He had success in Cincinnati. Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa both took pay cuts to restructure their deal. Keep them around, which means the veterans want to be here. And the goal of this defense, Minter said, what do I want to do? I want to let Derwin James make plays. The Pro Bowl safety. They signed defensive tackle Poona Ford. He's a solid run stuffer. Cornerback play is an issue, and it may well be. This is a team that had a lot of holes and salary cap concerns, and a new coaching staff, and new coordinators, and et cetera, et cetera. So, this is a team that allowed the third highest net yards per pass attempt last year on defense. Wasn't very good. And on paper right now, that defense, again, certainly the secondary, Derwin James going to make plays, but when it comes to coverage cornerbacks, that's a weakness for the Chargers this year. They got solid special teams. Dicker the kicker, we left him at Texas. He's been solid. He was at a real good rookie season with LA last year. The punter, J.K. Scott, had 3 different games where he dropped 4 punts inside the 20 last year. So solid kicking and punting. How fast do we get the turnaround? All right. Harbaugh's going to win. Harbaugh's going to win with Herbert in LA. Does it happen year 1? There's not the urgency. I know he's 60 years old, but you sign a deal like this, it's not about, all right, we're going to make the Super Bowl year 1. It's about building a roster around your elite quarterback. And I think the Chargers are probably a year away in that regard. We look at the schedule. They got a couple of Monday night football games. They have a Sunday night football late in the season. It's not like the league is burying the Chargers. They do have an early Week 5 bye. A lot of times with a new head coach, you want an earlier bye so that he can fix the stuff. Week 5, in my mind, is a little bit too early. They have an easy start, right? They got the Raiders, the Panthers, the Steelers, the Broncos, the Cardinals, the Saints, all first 7 weeks, and all of those lined at sub-500 teams. Chargers have a chance to get off to a good start. The AFC West teams play NFC South opponents, a weak division, AFC North opponents, a tough division. The Chargers 3 extra games at Arizona, Tennessee, and at New England after Christmas, which is hard for a West Coast team to go there, but that ain't the 3 toughest extra games in the NFL this year. So there's things to like about LA. They're lined essentially as a 500 level team, and with a good coach and a good quarterback, that certainly seems achievable. All that being said, this is not a win-now team. They didn't make win-now moves this offseason, and it could easily take 2 years, 3 years for Harbaugh's system to be fully in place in LA, which makes me a little bit reluctant to take a popular public team over the total this season. I imagine we'll be involved more with the Chargers on a game-by-game basis than I will when it comes to a full season-long recommendation. This team has potential. And if the defense is good and the offense runs the football, week in, week out, Chargers are going to be catching some under bets, just like the Michigan Wolverines did last year, where under was every bit as good as backing Michigan in many of their biggest games. So again, thank you so much for watching. Take $20 off the season win report with promo code REPORT20. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the follows. Appreciate the comments. And of course, if you want more team previews, they're right here. Click on the next video from wagertalk.com. Got all 32 teams locked and loaded. Thanks for watching. Best of luck.